Hello, friends. Welcome to Storycraft. On this channel, you will enjoy world top stories. Let's view the video. The Pirate Warrior with a Golden Arm. The Curse of the Crimson Sea: A Storm. Bruised thunder cracked like cannon fire across the sky. Captain Draven gripped the helm of the Black Serpent as monstrous waves battered the hull. Rain lashed his face, but his golden arm held firm, gleaming with eerie light under the stormy sky. "Hold her steady, lads!" he roared over the wind. First Mate Elira stumbled to his side, soaked and pale. "Captain, this isn't a natural storm, it's her doing." Draven's jaw clenched. "The Sea Witch?" Elira nodded, eyes wide with fear. "They say she guards the Crimson Sea. No one sails through and lives to tell the tale." The crimson veil as dawn broke. The storm vanished as suddenly as it came. A blood-red fog rolled over the sea like silk. "Crimson Sea," whispered Bosun Rig. "We're in it." The crew fell silent. The sea was unnaturally calm. No gulls, no waves, just a vast, glowing red ocean stretching beyond the horizon. "Keep your eyes sharp," Draven commanded, "and your blades sharper." The floating graveyard. They sailed into a field of wrecks. Hundreds of broken ships drifted, torn sails fluttering like ghostly banners. "This is no ordinary sea," muttered Elira, drawing her sword. Suddenly, Attila's voice echoed across the water, singing soft and sweet. A crewman leaned over the edge, enchanted. "She's beautiful. I see her." Draven lunged, grabbing the man's collar just as pale arms reached from the depths, trying to drag him into the sea. "Sirens," he barked. "Everyone to arms!" The Golden Arm. Unleashed sirens erupted from the water, their once beautiful faces twisted with hunger. They swarmed the deck, claws slashing, teeth gnashing. Draven raised his golden arm. Ancient runes lit up. Along its surface, with a clenched fist, it unleashed a wave of golden fire, knocking sirens off the ship. Elira swung her cutlass in a deadly arc, defending the helm. "Captain, they fear your arm." "Then let's give them something to fear." Draven slammed his golden fist into the deck, sending shockwaves through the ship. Light burst out in a dome, vaporizing the nearest attackers. Whispers of the witch, the sirens, retreated, hissing into the depths. The fog thickened, twisting into the shape of a woman, tall, robed in shadow, with glowing red eyes. "You've entered sacred waters," she spoke. Her voice echoed from everywhere and nowhere. "Your cursed arm defies the balance." Draven stepped forward, defiant. "I took this arm from your master. If you want it back, come for it." The witch's laughter shook the sea. "Foolish mortal. The Crimson Sea remembers every blood oath. You carry a debt, one that demands payment." Lightning struck the mast, setting it ablaze. "Get us out of here," shouted Elira. But the compass spun wildly, and the ship refused to move. They were trapped. The Golden Arm awakens shadows below. Deck, the crew worked frantically to extinguish the burning mast. Smoke filled the sky, and panic danced in their eyes. Below deck, Draven sat in silence, his golden arm trembling with faint pulses of light. He placed his flesh hand against it, breathing heavily. "It's changing again," he muttered. Elira stepped into the cabin, her voice low. "That witch wasn't bluffing. The Crimson Sea isn't just cursed, it's alive." Draven glanced at her, and at once my arm. Elira studied the runes now crawling along the gold like veins. "Captain, what if it's not just power? What if it's a key?" The captain's memory Draven closed his eyes. Echoes of a distant memory surged forth. He was younger, standing on the edge of a burning temple, clutching a severed golden limb, still warm from battle. A voice had whispered then, "Take it, warrior, but know this, gold remembers blood." He had claimed it from the tyrant king, whose soul was said to be bound within it. Draven opened his eyes. It was never meant to be mine, but now, it's part of me. The map beneath the skin, suddenly, the arm lit up on its own. Runes shifted, forming symbols, lines, curves, coordinates. Elira gasped. "That's no curse, it's a map." Draven gritted his teeth as pain flared. The golden plates rearranged, revealing an ancient etching. "A temple," he whispered. "It's calling us there." Mutiny in the fog-up on deck. Whispers swirled among the crew. Fear spread like rot. Rigg snarled, "This ain't worth dying." "For, that arm's cursed. We follow it, we die." Another crewman, Malco, drew his dagger. "We throw the captain overboard and sail back before it's too late." They turned, only to see Draven standing behind them, golden arm glowing ominously. "Speak your mutiny," he growled, "or swallow it now." The crew hesitated. Then, Malco lunged. Draven's golden arm caught the blade mid-air. The dagger sizzled and melted on contact. With a flick, he sent Malco crashing against the mast. Anyone else? Silence. The ship that shouldn't sail, Elira, emerged holding a tattered book. "Captain, the Crimson Sea isn't on any map, but this journal mentions a ghost ship that sails its heart." Draven nodded. "Then we sail toward the center. Straight. Into the curse." Rigg paled. "You want us to chase a myth?" "No," Draven said. "I want us to survive. And this arm's showing the way." He placed his palm on the deck. The ship groaned, then began moving, on its own. The compass steadied. The fog thinned just enough to reveal a flickering light far ahead. The eyes in the deep A's night fell. The sea turned black. Stars vanished. A soft hum rose from the depths. Then they saw them, eyes, glowing beneath the water. Dozens of them, Elira. Stepped closer to the rail. "They're watching us." Draven's arm began to hum in response. Light gathered at his shoulder and flowed down to his fingertips. "The golden arm's awakening," he said. From the darkness, a shape emerged. A ship of bones and black sails with lanterns that burned blue. A voice echoed from its deck. "You. Seek the temple, you carry the key, then come forth, Pirate King. Ghosts of the Forgotten Fleet." The bone ship beckons. The bone ship drifted silently toward the Black Serpent, its sails stitched with the skin of long-dead pirates. Lanterns flickered with blue flame, casting an eerie glow on skeletal figures. Manning the deck, Draven narrowed his eyes. "They're not living." Elira gripped her sword. "They're not dead either." A gangplank lowered between the two vessels with a loud creak. From the shadows a figure stepped forward, tall, cloaked in salt-crusted robes, a skeletal jaw glinting beneath a broken mask. "You carry the arm of Argazeth," it rasped. "Enter and be judged." Trial by the dead. Draven stepped onto the ghost ship. Elira followed, blades drawn. The crew parted, revealing a circle of thrones made of coral, bone, and rusted steel. Sitting on each throne was a skeletal pirate captain, souls long forgotten by the living world. One rose slowly. "We are the fleet of shadows, cursed to sail forever, and you have awakened the golden arm." Draven stepped forward. Then help me. Show me the temple. A different captain barked. Only the worthy may wield the key. Prove your soul is not chained by greed. The Arena of Chains. Suddenly, the deck shifted. Bones reformed into a massive arena surrounded by towering specters. Chains clattered down, and a creature emerged, a monstrous crab beast with barnacles growing from its eyes and blades for pincers. Defeat the Guardian, the captains intoned together, or be consumed. Elira raised her sword, but Draven held up his golden arm. This is my fight! The crab lunged. Draven rolled beneath its claws, slamming his golden fist into its side. Sparks exploded. The creature screeched, spinning with terrifying speed. Power. From the past. Draven's arms surged with heat. The runes began to spin, rearranging mid-battle. His eyes widened. It's changing again! A blade erupted from the golden arm's wrist, shimmering, ancient, humming with power. He leapt onto the beast's back and drove the blade deep between its shell. With a violent screech, the monster exploded into mist. The specters roared, not in anger, but in approval. Revelation of the Dead. The lead skeleton captain stepped down from his throne. You carry the soul of a warrior, but also the burden of a thief. Draven's voice was firm. I didn't steal it. I survived to claim it. The captain raised his hand. A glowing orb appeared. Memories long buried within the golden arm. It showed Draven's past, his betrayal of the Brotherhood, the blood pact broken, and the day he tore the arm from the tyrant king. Elira gasped. You never told me. Draven's gaze didn't waver. Because it's not just a weapon. It's a prison. The map to the temple, the ghost captain pointed toward the east, where the sea turned into mist-covered cliffs. There lies the Temple of Tides, guarded by time, sealed by sacrifice. Only one marked by the golden flame may enter. Draven turned to leave. But the captain warned, each step forward demands a price. The arm awakens, but it also remembers. As the black serpent sailed away, the ghost fleet vanished into the fog, silent once more, waiting for the next soul brave enough to seek the truth. The Temple of Tides. Mist on the horizon. The sea grew silent. Not a wave, not a wind, only a stillness that unsettled even the bravest of sailors. Ahead, rising from the water like the crown of a forgotten god, was a jagged island wrapped in mist. Carvings of sea serpents and sunken faces etched into its cliffs glared at the black serpent. Elira pointed. That's it, the Temple of Tides. Draven's golden arm pulsed with anticipation, its runes glowing brighter with each passing wave. A shore that whispers. The crew anchored near a black sand beach, where the rocks seemed to whisper ancient curses. As soon as Draven stepped ashore, the tides parted, revealing a hidden stone staircase spiraling into the island's heart. Elira stared. It's reacting to you. Draven nodded. It's guiding us. The door without a lock. The stairway led them into a cavern lit by bioluminescent moss. At its end stood a towering gate made of coral and obsidian, decorated with golden impressions that matched Draven's arm. He raised his arm. The gate trembled. With a loud crack, it opened, not inward, but upward, revealing a vast underwater temple surrounded by a dome of air. Elira marveled. This isn't built by men. The voices in the depths. Inside the temple, water hovered above them like glass. Strange shadows moved within it, ghostly fish, sunken ships, and giant serpents swimming just above their heads. Chanting echoed through the halls in a language neither of them spoke, but somehow understood. "The tides remember," Elira whispered, drawn by the haunting melody. "They remember everything." Dreven's golden arm led them deeper, lighting the way like a torch. With each step, memories flowed into his mind, not his, but of kings, tyrants, and priests who once ruled the oceans. The heart of the temple. At the center stood a circular chamber with a glowing pedestal. Atop it sat a stone gauntlet, ancient, cracked, and identical in design to Draven's golden arm. As he approached, the golden plates on his own arm began to shift again, trying to merge, trying to remember. Suddenly, the chamber shook. Water from above began dripping into the air. Dome. A voice thundered from the temple walls. "The arm must be whole." But to complete it, a sacrifice must be made. A test of the soul. A mirror formed from the water before Draven, reflecting not his image but his soul. He saw it all, his betrayals, his battles, his thirst for power. "You carry the curse," the voice echoed. "Will you bind it or break it?" Draven stepped forward. "I choose to command it." He placed his golden arm into the gauntlet. A blinding light erupted. The two pieces fused, and Draven's arm transformed, sleeker, stronger, burning, with ancient power. But the pain was unbearable. Elira shouted, "Draven!" But he held firm. "This is the price." The temple awakens. Pillars rose from the floor. Symbols on the walls ignited. The water above turned red, as if stained by ancient war. A map revealed itself, an astral path to a forgotten sea, one not bound by this world. Elira whispered, "That's not a treasure map. It's a portal." Draven turned to her, golden, eyes glowing. "Then we go beyond the seas, to where no pirate has ever dared to sail." The sea beyond the map, sailing into the unknown. The black serpent cut through unnatural waters, inky, silent, and starless. The crew grew restless, compasses spun wildly, time seemed to slow. Elira stared at the sky. "The stars, they've changed." Draven studied the astral map engraved into his arm. "We're not in our world anymore." Storm of the Forgotten Gods. A storm brewed from nothing. Winds screamed like banshees. Lightning cracked in colors no human had ever seen. Blue, violet, black. A colossal figure rose from the waves, a sea god with eyes of flame and a crown of coral. "You dare cross the final tide?" it boomed. "Only death or destiny awaits." Draven lifted his golden arm. "I choose destiny." The final trial, the god summoned waves shaped like serpents, jaws wide and roaring. Elira fought at Draven's side. "We've come too far to drown now." Draven summoned the full power of the masked golden arm. A tidal shockwave exploded from his palm, splitting the sea and revealing a gate of pure starlight. The legend is born. The storm ceased. Silence fell. The sea god bowed his head. You are no longer a pirate. You are guardian of the forgotten tide. As the black serpent sailed through the glowing gate, the sea closed behind them, leaving no trace, only a whisper on the wind. And thus began the legend of the pirate warrior with a golden arm. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel Storycraft for more interesting videos.